Shalom. First and foremost, before I get started with this lesson, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations and blessings to the Akim that do this work in truth and sincerity. Lord willing, this video will be edifying and to the point. All right, and I'm going to entitle, this lesson, all is vanity. All is vanity, and it's something I've been meditating on. And I basically just went into the scriptures and read some chapters. And especially in what is it, Ecclesiastes. Wisdom of Solomon. Basically, in Ecclesiastes, which the chapter I'm gonna get into, a few chapters. Solomon basically on his search for wisdom. He counted all things vanity. He had the riches of the world. He had the means to do all things. And in his analysis, he summed up that everything in the world is vanity. And the ultimate purpose, for man, for an Israelite man, is to basically fear the Lord, and serve the Lord. So I'm gonna get a few scriptures, and Lord willing, it'll be edifying. I'm gonna start off at Ecclesiastes chapter 1 verse 13, and it says, "And I gave my heart to seek and search out by wisdom concerning all things that are done under the heaven. This sore travail have Yahweh given to every son, Yahweh given to the sons of men to be exercised therewith." I have seen all the works that are done under the sun, and behold, it is all vanity and vexation of the spirit. So again, basically Solomon, did an analysis, on all the things that a man could want and desire. And he said basically all things that are, outside of serving Yahweh Shem Yahushai, those things are pointless. Because at the end of the day, the things that you do, the time that you use, in your life, is valuable and should be used towards serving the Lord. Because ultimately, at the end, we all die, and are judged. So again, it says, "I've seen all the works that are done under the sun, and behold, all this is vanity and vexation of the spirit." So let me get this in the NLT. Verse 14, and it says, "I observed every going on under the sun, and really it is all meaningless, like chasing the wind." Again, it says, "I observed everything going on under the sun, and really it is all meaningless, like chasing the wind." So the scriptures speak about some run a race, to receive a prize, but at the end of it, there's no reward. But it speaks about how the elect, we run to obtain an eternal reward, one that is basically not here, but in the spiritual world. So this is basically what it's saying, is that it's like chasing the wind. You try to do this, that, and the third in the world, have a job, or you dedicate all your life and your time to your job, to that's not really paying you anything. All right, you're basically um, overworked and underpaid. All right. In this chapter, he also speaks about how, basically you work hard. All right, and if you do earn money, or you do obtain, some quality of life, you earn all of that and work hard for it, just for somebody else to come, all right, and take it. So that's the reason why, all right, it says that it's meaningless, it's pointless, there's no use in it. It's like chasing the wind, all right, in the end, all right. So verse 15, that which is crooked cannot be made straight, and that which is wanting cannot be numbered. I commanded with my own heart, saying, Lo, I am come to great estate, and have gotten more wisdom than all that there have been before me in Jerusalem. Yeah, my heart hath great experience of wisdom and knowledge. All right, basically, all right, going into the money and the wealth that Solomon had to do all these things and search out all these things. All right, he had everything that you can want or think of. So, basically, if he says that, he searched out the desires of man and found out that they're nothing, then, what more us? All right. So, verse 17, and I gave my heart to know wisdom and to know madness and folly. I perceive that this also is vexation of spirit. So, again, Solomon on this journey, all right, to understand and know all things, all right, he basically was weaning out what is, profitable and what is pointless, all right, and he basically said that, again, everything that is in the world, all right, is pointless, man. It says, for in much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow. All right, and like they say, the more you know, all right, the harder it is to basically deal with reality, because all right, that majority of things are BS. All right, kind of like what's happening now to people waking up to the truth of their government, their food, all right, their health industry and everything. That brings much sorrow, because you gotta always be worrisome, man. All right. So let's go here real quick. Let's jump down. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 2, verse 1. Yeah, Ecclesiastes chapter 2, verse 1. It says, and I said in my heart, go to now, I will prove thee with mirth. Therefore enjoy pleasure, and behold, this also is vanity. Again, I said in my heart, in my mind, go to now, I will prove thee with mirth. Therefore enjoy pleasure, and behold, this also is vanity. So let's read this in the NLT. And it says, I said to myself, come on, let's try pleasure. Let's look for the good things in life. But I found that this too was meaningless. Man. All right, so it's meaningless. All right, the scriptures speak about, all right, it's better to go to the house of mourning, all right, than it is to go to the house of mirth. All right, scriptures also speak about how basically a smile, all right, roughly paraphrased, it says after a smile or laughter or joy, all right, there's sorrowness, All right, it would basically mean that it's vanity, it's pointless because of the conditions of hell that you're in. All right, verse 2, it says, I said of laughter, it is mad, and of mirth, what does it? I sought in mine heart to give myself unto wine, yet acquiring my heart with wisdom, and to lay hold of folly, till I might see what was good for the sons of men, which they should do under the heavens all the days of their life. All right. So, bear with me just for a second. All right. Let me jump down real quick to verse 8. All right, Ecclesiastes chapter 2, verse 8, and it says, I gathered me also silver and gold, and the particular treasures of kings and of proverbs. I gathered men singers and women singers, and the lights of sons of men as musical instruments, and that of all sorts. All right, so let me get that in the NLT and see what that says. All right, it says, I collected great sums of silver and gold, the treasures of many kings and proverbs. I hired wonderful singers, both men and women, and had many beautiful concubines. I had everything a man could desire. All right, so Solomon's saying I had everything that a man could desire. All right, musicians, all right, women, money, all right, wisdom. All right, but what all of this, all right, was just basically, temporary happiness. All right, because in the end, it was all what? Pointless. All right, verse, jumping down to 11. Then I looked on all the works that my hands have wanted, and on the labor that I have labored to do, and behold, all was vanity and vexation of the spirit, and there was no profit under the sun. All right, so basically, all right, after all of this, all right, after this analysis, all right, he's basically saying that all of this is pointless, all right, and that this is just a temporary happiness, all right, which can, basically make you, comfortable, or make somebody comfortable, or, get them off of their track, man, in other words. So he's saying all of these things are just temporary happiness, and that they serve no real purpose to your life. All right. So let's go to verse 12, because he's going to go to the conclusion of the whole matter. All right. This is Shalakia. Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear Yahweh and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. For Yahweh shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. All right, so that's the whole conclusion of the matter, is to serve Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai and keep his commandments. All right, that's the whole duty of man. All right, all these other things that we have in life, or this life, all right, are just temporary. All right, like the scriptures say, all right, for the things that are seen are temporary, but for the things that are not seen, they are eternal. All right, and the scripture says that where your eye is, also shall be your treasure, roughly paraphrasing. So, remain, vigilant on the goal, all right, and basically, we aren't to get distracted, all right, from our true purpose, which is to serve Yahweh Shem Yahushai, all right. Scriptures also speak about, all right, riches profit not in the day of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, all right. We're not going to be able to, all right, trade, all right, our physical riches, all right, to be able to escape the Lord's judgment, all right. So that's why we must, all right, follow him now, all right, seek him now, all right. So again, Lord willing, this video was edifying. I'm going to end it on out. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rekakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations and blessings to the Akim that do this work in truth and sincerity. Until the next time, Lord willing, I say Shalom.